So hello, nice to see you again on my channel. Thank you for your support, for watching me. And today we're gonna create this beautiful butterfly together, and I will tell you step by step what to do. Also, I can show you on my previous work. You can choose different kind of colors if you want. So, of course, this kind of work is pretty big and a lot of details, and of course it will take a lot of time, but today I wanted to show you how to work on this kind of manner on smaller piece. It's not super difficult, it's pretty small, and I think that you can do this. Just follow me in this video and draw with me. So hello guys, and today we're gonna draw or color this beautiful side view of butterfly. We're gonna have something like this. We'll see how it will go. So, but first I will show what kind of materials did I choose for this particular work. So of course we need some white because there are some sections which are pretty light. Yes, and I'm working on gray toned paper. It's not white, but you can do this on white as well. It's up to you, or any other color. I choose this one. So next, I don't have a lot of light shades of blue which I need, so I choose some pretty cheap colored pencils, Carioca or Coriota big color pastel. I have a section with pastel. So let's see how it looks, because I really like this light blue. Hope you can see. Maybe I need to make the circles a bit bigger to be more obvious. So at first, I will make some kind of color palette for you. Okay, this one is Derwent Color Soft Pale Blue. So it's gonna be gradation from lighter to darker. Yeah, Color Soft is too soft, but sometimes they can break, and I was pretty hard making this. Okay, next one. There is no shades. Okay, how much do they have? Okay, this one. It's like blue with violet. Something like this. And then I have this little guy from Faber-Castell. It's the same as this one in Blackwood, Faber-Castell, because this kind of pencils work on toned paper, even on black. They're very rich in color and very saturated, but not dry. This one, also Faber-Castell, but Polychromos in that rain blue. I really like this shadow. Actually, it's gonna be, it's not the same. It's a different kind of blue. Maybe we're gonna use it here, we'll see. And of course, we need some black. A little bit. It's also Faber-Castell, Schwarz Black Polychromos. So here's our color palette. You can use whatever you have, whatever you want. You can choose not bluish colors, but every kind of shades: red, purple, orange, green, whatever do you have. But okay, I found this reference, and I decided that I really want to have such light blue butterfly. So we can start with the black color, because as you can see here, black is here, a little bit there, and also that. So we will start with black, and then we'll continue with blue colors. Next, so our black color is done. Here it's pretty simple, no super techniques, anything. Maybe sometimes we can, I really want to fix a little bit shape. I want it to be more rounded. Maybe we'll do something like this. You can do the same or just leave it. I think it's gonna be better. Here a little bit as well. You can do this also in the end when the coloring will be done, but I prefer to start. So next we're gonna take the lightest blue, this one, and with no strong pressure, because we're gonna work on layers. You see how many colors do we have? And we need to layer them in several layers. So don't pressure. So use light pressure. I'm gonna make a first layer. This one is pretty simple because you don't have to think about anything. You just layering a pencil. And after then we're gonna think what kind of colors we need to double or to add, where it's gonna be lighter or darker, and only last layers can be with high pressure to give us rich pigment. Here we don't need this. We just need to fill everything here inside, and that's all. Of course, try to make everything like, don't make zigzags or something. We are moving like this kind of lines, and here we're gonna work like this, because as when you're gonna look into our reference, we see how strikes are going. Yes, we don't have zigzags. So don't color as a kid, but it's also sometimes pretty cool. You can work like this as well, but this is very light color, so it's not so visible. So can do something like this. So here we are, the first layer is done. Somewhere maybe I will look through, maybe I need to add somewhere a little bit, but overall it's okay. So next color we're gonna use, which is a little bit darker than we used before, and now we're gonna work a little bit differently. We're not layering everything, we're gonna work smart, not hard. So we see here already I have drawn some lines, and I'm gonna follow these lines. So for example, and we're gonna work in sessions. So for example, the first session gonna be this one, so you can draw this line a little bit harder like this, and we're gonna work just here, not overall. That's how I prefer. You can do whatever you want. You can watch till the end, and then you will decide that you want to work differently, maybe to draw lines everywhere, and then add some shadows and lights. I prefer to work section by section. For me it's more comfortable. So, and we have seen that here this part gonna be darker than this one, so that's why I'm gonna work like this. So know this kind of movements, we gonna work from this. But again, not super hard pressure, because we still have more colors to add. So don't fill all the paper, because paper can't take, you know, forever everything what we want to add if you talk about pencils. So don't rush, don't stress, just add a little. Light strokes. We're not reaching the top, we mostly work on the bottom. So something like this. Same here, draw the line and make our bottom darker. Why such lines is perfect for coloring a butterfly wing, because wing has these lines as well, and when we are using such lines like hatching, it looks very natural. See, here we have lighter, here more saturated with blue. This part gonna be even more darker, and also here we're gonna work like this. So here is from this point, that here gonna be the darker shade and here lighter. So we're not gonna work like this, but a little bit we're changing the way we use our strikes, line strikes, hatching. Actually, same when we are coloring, you know, petals on flowers with pencils. Here line we can make even more darker, because it's gonna be really visible. Some lines can be a little bit darker than others, so here we can use a little bit bigger pressure, but not all of them, like this. It's gonna be enough. Maybe I want to darken a little bit here as well, and work on other sections until this one, because here it's gonna be a little bit different, here gonna be darker, here lighter. So the lightest part of our butterfly gonna be here because of the light. Probably it's going through here, and also here is gonna be lighter. So just follow my steps. So we have done half of our butterfly, and here I want to start to work from this part, because here it's gonna be darker, like this. Even lines here can be like we can use, you know, stronger pressure. Here lighter, here don't make a super strong pressure, and here we can add more color. Sometimes even at this layer we can work on this part twice, like double coloring. Let's continue to work. Next color will be pale blue. I guess this one, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? No, it was this one. I mixed up. Now I realized I mixed the colors. So yeah, this one. Yeah, first we took the lighter color, then the darker, but it's okay. It's not a problem. Actually, everything gonna be fine. So it was this, then with this, and now we're taking in the middle. But it's okay because we're not, again, coloring all the area. We're gonna work with this nice color, nice blue here, this part of wings where it was very pale blue. We're not gonna go over here. Here we're gonna use maybe again this one and like these kind of colors. So now we're working on top. So our moves only from the top and down. And here these two colors gonna mix pretty nicely. Later we will add some white if we need it, and here gonna be darker. So now let's continue just here. So again, kind of hatching, follow our motions. No strong pressure, we don't need it. So see, some lines are more visible, some not. It also depends how sharp is our pencil. So here I prefer to keep my pencils sharp because we need these lines. here is over there. Okay, here it's more on the bottom. So here we change how our lines are going, not from the top, but from the bottom, from the left to the right. Maybe we can add a little bit here. It feels like here I need to add a little bit. If you don't have so many shades of blue, it's also okay. You need at least 3, the lighter, middle, and darker, or at least, I don't know, white, like this kind of blue, and something very dark blue, and just play with brushes, with layering, with these lines, and it's gonna be interesting work as well. Okay, here we are. Let's move on. So next, probably I want to take this one again. I don't want to move to too dark. It's gonna be in the end when I will see where do I need really dark shades. I will draw these lines again because a little bit they disappeared. Again, light pressure. Don't overwork on each section, just a little bit, and just look how it looks for you. If it's okay, so you can leave and move on. If you want to add something more, you can do this. It's up to you. It's creative work, not just copying. Okay. And don't try to fill with your color absolutely every stroke. No, it's okay if you have something empty in between, because the more colors you're gonna have, the more interesting words gonna look. It's not a kid's coloring book when you need to, you know, to fill everything with the color, with no white areas or something. No, it's kind of coloring, but it's like drawing, working with colored pencils in an artistic manner. Let's say like this. Okay, here probably okay, maybe here I'm gonna make it here darker, maybe a little bit here, but not everywhere. Here I need more interest with some lines, so we can add just lines. Here I don't want to color with this shade for too much, because here, do you remember, was the lightest area. But here we can add more. These strokes are, how to say, you start here you push harder and then just let it go. We don't make a strong line from the beginning till the end. It's like a hatching, so like this. Because here I have, for example, black color. I see where I need to start, but here we don't see the end. because our end line is lighter than the beginning. Here, just add some lines. I'm not gonna fill everything. So it's getting more and more interesting. Maybe I'm gonna add some lines here. Okay. And now more interesting part. So let's take this little guy. It's gonna be here. This kind of color. So actually in this part there's not gonna be a lot of coloring work because we are working on details. That's why we are using darker shades in the end. So darker will go for lines, the section lines, but use sharp pencil. Don't use too white. And here we also can add a little bit darker shade, but not everywhere, just a little bit. Maybe here in section of close to the black color. Like this. See, it's even more interesting. Here, the same line. A little bit darker shade here. And okay, this was the most darker part. So draw the line. Here the line is even more saturated. Like this. And also close to the black area we can add, it's like a blue shadow. So it's mixing good here. Add some more visible lines. Okay, here there's not gonna be a lot of shading, just lines. Just lines. Which are darker here, not here. Here maybe a little bit. Here we can add a couple of lines on the top. But use sharp pencil, of course. Also this line can be pretty dark. Here I'm gonna use more this kind of shade, especially here. again here with black color. Let's make like a shadow. This electric blue. So here we are. I hope that you have seen what I did before, because I guess we disappeared from the camera a little bit. And in the end of this, okay, let's look where do I need even more darker blue. Okay, here we can't see the line so good, so like this, and maybe here. Like this. Okay, we took the darker shade of blue, so let's draw some lines that disappeared a little bit while we were using a lot of different colors, like this, and add here. But again, when we add this coloring lines, this hatching, don't use full pressure or very hard pressure. If I start from the left to the right, so the harder pressure gonna be on the left side, and then I just let it out. And here, guess I need to add some interesting details, so it's not everything the same, but somewhere maybe a little bit darker. Like this. I guess it's pretty good. Here it's up to you. How do you want to do that? What kind of color, how you wanted to feel everything, but please remember that we need the game between shadows and light. So what we can do here, maybe we can use a little bit white here to make some areas even whiter, and the same technique. So we're not just coloring everything, we're just adding some white strokes. Like this. Let's pop up some colors. And we see the contrast. I guess it's wonderful. How do you see that? I like. So in the end, so the coloring part is done. We are done with our colors. Maybe here it's gonna be a little bit like this. And even more darker this line. All right, okay. So in the end, you always can add some more interest to your work. For example, play with dots. We can use, maybe I can use white gel pen or Posca, because I'm not sure how my Posca gonna work. Maybe I want to add some, you know, dots to add more interest to your work like this. Maybe in some white areas as well, but not too much. And the same for the top. Just couple of dots. Where else? Maybe here. Smaller or bigger. Like this. I guess it's wonderful. And also you can add some black spots here. One is bigger, a couple of smaller. Like some colors coming from the wings. It's gonna create a little bit of movement. Where else can we add? Maybe here. And I guess it's enough.